Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome to Chapter 28 of Tales of Tyrasia. Joining me this evening, we have, as usual, the Northern Grizzly, playing Grolkrubber the Exile, the Custodian Kragnova Barbarian, teaming with the almighty power of Eshen as a Storm Herald.
Greetings, traveler. My name is Falconhoof. I'll be your guide.
Drabbeans, playing Gil, the fallen Fey druid entwined within the druidic circle of dreams.
Hello.
Ikuni Patata, playing Ninsala Yasnala Osderosh, the Deroshi Ever Ranger of the Beast Conclave, followed closely by her loyal giant badger, Oswald.
Hello.
And finally, Captain Heretic, playing Sir Alan Thorne, the Cephadendra Paladin, of whom has sworn proudly the Oath of the Ancients. Let's play some D&D, shall we?
Yes.
I haven't heard that noise in a great long
I
time.
fucking hate you, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh!
Also, bruh.
Thank you for the emote.
Oh,
What did I
nice.
get?
2 years.
Thanks, Cap.
I got
2
Pride Penguin.
whole years.
Oh.
And let me officially welcome you back to the Snuggle Slots.
Yeah.
I want tier 2 just so I can be a super snuggle slut.
Who doesn't want to be that?
I know, right?
So, friends, what happened last chapter?
Crab versus ape.
Crab versus Ape happened last session, Sarah, I believe?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things. The most
No,
important
that's-
thing.
no,
but other
that's
things
it.
happened as well.
No, that's it.
No other things happened. It was just Crab versus Ape. It was a kaiju movie session.
It was like,
quite good.
I was just about to say, it turned into a kaiju movie at the end. Yeah.
And that was it.
Crab Lante versus King Kong. So last
I
session...
can't actually wait for the sequel to that, where it's all-out monsters attack, and we have dragons involved as well.
It's going to be great. Last session, we started off back at Barbad, where Celitha had stopped breathing. So Celitha gets seen to by Maple, who, after a lot of fingers crossed and Gil praying to a divine, who I believe he didn't pick anyone in particular.
They're not real.
Wow.
Celitha,
They're
Celitha
not real
woke
to
up.
me.
Just have a little faith, Gil. Just have some
No,
faith.
they to be clear, he does think they are real. They're just assholes. It's fine.
Yeah. Celitha woke up, but albeit alive, but has lost the power of speech. Balinar's worst fear. Then from that point onwards, there was a lot of tension because Ninsala rejoined the party, and we all had some thoughts about Ninsala, which eventually came to a head when we went over to go talk to the High Warden and give some information. We all fell out with Ninsala, who didn't seem to trust us. Grawl left, so did Sir Alan. A few bits and pieces happened
Oh yeah,
there.
I almost forgot the reason I went for a walk in the woods to have a religious experience in the first place was because drama.
Yeah.
Everyone's so aggy. It's mega drama city now.
Then Ninsala spoke to Gil, and after some back and forth, Ninsala agreed to tell the party about the monastery in the next day. Let's just smash cut over to the inn where Grawl is getting crunk. They're singing. Grawl comes up with his own little bar song. We all get drank. Ape versus Crab.
Before ape versus crab, I gave Celitha my quill and a piece of paper from my journal.
Oh yeah,
In
so
case
she could
needed
write
to
stuff
tell
down.
anything
Mhm.
to anyone.
Gil tried to get one over on Grawl by saying, "Hey, Ayari is looking at you." So Grawl
I
went
mean,
and
tried.
yeah,
Succeeded.
Grawl went over and asked Ayari on a date, which seemingly worked. It was mostly a lot of drinking and joy.
Oh, you mean Ordari?
Odari? Sorry, excuse me.
I hope you don't
Stop
ask
hitting on
Iari
teenage
on a
girls
date.
who get kidnapped.
Yeah, Iari's like teenager.
Not that. Similar names. Then from that point onwards, it was pretty much just a natural conclusion. Just a chill one.
Yeah, it's one of the very few times I didn't end it on a super
Someone's dying.
climax. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
no, we
anticlimax.
got a merciful, no bad cliffhanger this time because we had to be lulled into a false sense of security because everyone we know and love is about to die.
See, Brian J showed up. It was weird.
Yeah.
He was playing Ron Watts or some
Yeah,
shit.
so that's basically what happened. We ended. So let's just paint a picture quickly as to where everyone is. Sir Alan is out the eastern side of the settlement of Palom, having a very religious experience in the middle of the woods, in like a divine shaft of light that is piercing through the canopy, and
Divine
just being
shaft.
one with his brethren.
Sorry, you said divine shaft.
Yeah, well, at some point, he might in fact thrust
Not a
upon.
shaft. That's a stamen.
Sir Alan is going to thrust upon his enemies with his divine shaft.
Stamen.
He very much is.
He's gonna make a real statement.
God damn it. Ninsala did go off to the south, but then came back.
Yeah,
And, like,
and I apologized.
apologized and spoke to the others, saying you wanted to talk tomorrow with them and the High Warden.
Yeah.
As far as that, I'm pretty sure you guys were just drinking in the bubbly tankard.
Yeah.
I would say it's very, like, early evening at this point. So if there's anything that you want to do before it gets too late for, like, shops to be open, then that's up to you.
Growl's not in any state to be going anywhere.
Yeah. Growl's pretty drunk at this point. Gil's, like, warm. But that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Little tipsy, but that's it.
I'm an ape. large beast.
A large drunk ape.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you wanting to do then for the remainder of the day, or at least what do you want? Do you want to do anything in particular now?
I don't think so.
No.
I was just gonna be vibing at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, as time progresses, you have, you know, the odd patron come in and out of the bubbly tankard, order a drink or two, and then head off. A couple of others decide to pick up a key and stay the night. Some of them are sticking around in the bar area, having some drinks. They're like smaller parties, just 2s or 3s. But it's not very crowded in here. You do notice as you're looking around in your drunken state, you do notice that the people that are coming in are definitely, like, apprehensive of Graal. As in Graal. Well, they're. I mean, that's kind of like a more normal thing. Seeing an ape in here is definitely weird, but seeing a Krakenova in here is.
Wine is weird. It's what? Why is it?
What, an ape drinking wine? Hey, you finished your wine. You're not drinking anymore.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you finished your wine and then you shapeshifted.
You necked it with me.
No, you have necked that shit. Act more drunk.
No, okay.
Yeah. No,
You
I'm
did
pretty.
a toast.
Yeah, you had a
Start new
toast.
fight.
You had a toast, necked it, and then you were like, "Fuck it, okay, yeah, we'll have an arm wrestle." Yeah. So aside from that, the hours tend to tick on by. You notice that most people aren't sitting anywhere close to your party. They're tending to pick the other side of the building to sit. And yeah, time passes fairly uneventfully, and it's starting. The light starts to taper outside. It's starting to get a bit dark. The lanterns start being lit around the settlement, and you can see Ordari like wandering around the bar area, lighting some candles and lanterns to keep the place looking more cozy. But yeah, it gets to around, like, I would say 9 o'clock in the evening, and the smell of alcohol is kind of like wafting around the tavern. As more patrons are ordering more, coming and going, and yeah, it's definitely now smelling like a well-used tavern, I would say. And yeah, it's now about 9 o'clock. It's fairly late evening.
Grol's gonna go up to the bar and talk to Odari.
Okay.
Odari, I'm getting some funny looks from some of these patrons. Yeah, that.
Yes, well,
Can I buy drinks for a few of them?
I mean, I guess they might appreciate that.
That's the least I can do, you know. Let's say 3. Can I get us 3 ales for random patrons?
Of course. A second.
No more, no less.
Okay. She says, right, okay. That'll be 120 era.
Okie dokie. Let me just whip out my calculator. Okay, I float that over.
Sorry, I didn't mean calculator. I meant abacus.
Crabacus. Even.
Crabacus.
You have
You are a
beads like on
menace.
your face tendrils.
You are a menace. Fucking hell.
Menace.
I should do that.
You fucking
Put some
weapon.
beads on there.
I'm just gonna like you get some points right now. Crabacus was quick. Well done.
That was very quick. Okay, you got the money.
Yeah, I floated it over.
Mm-hmm. She places it in the pouch underneath the counter, and she says, "That's very kind of you, girl."
Nah, I like to do my bit from time to time. Maybe get away a little bit of the stigma. It's never gonna work, but hey, you do what you can.
And,
I
like-
look over my shoulder to see who's giving me the worst stink eye. I say, that one, and that one.
Okay, like none of them look like they like detest you. Most of them just look fearful.
Whoever looks the most scared.
Okay, yeah, sure. And Ordari nods and says, "Okay, I'll get on that."
Not a
And
problem.
She pops into the back room and fills up three ales and takes them over to the tables. You don't hear what she says. She kind of like whispers, and you see the 3 Ever who you bought the ales for kind of like look over like quizzically over at you. Their fear turns more confusion more than anything, and they kind of like raise their tankard and give you like a hesitant nod.
I give him a big thumbs up.
And yeah, they kind of like turn and go to drink the ale that you bought.
I'm gonna say thank you to Ordari as we go past. I'm gonna walk and go outside. I'm just gonna go outside and get some air. Try and not start any fights, Gil. Unless you want to start one with me, in which case come outside. I don't think I can speak ape. I'm not gonna try.
Yes, please try.
Okay, and Ordari kind of like nods to you, and she just says, "You just stay out of trouble."
Oh no, that's the person who plays me.
That was
also quick.
But
He's on the ball
I'm
tonight.
What have you?
I'm always out of
I
trouble.
thought you said you just woke up. What have you like?
Yeah. Why are you so
You're not supposed to be
quick-witted
this
tonight?
quick. Why are you so
Usually
quick?
you're a
He just
moron.
wakes up.
Apparently that's my thing. I just need to be like half awake.
So yeah, you Growl heads outside. As soon as you walk outside, you kind of get like a whoosh of cold air on your skin.
Lovely evening. There's
It's
nothing
very
quite like
it's very tranquil out.
Mm-hmm. This is like me IRL. I like to go outside and just enjoy the sunset with some nice like wind. Lovely evening. Grawl's just gonna sort of like sit next to the door and just enjoy the chill.
The Dordari.
Dodari.
Okay, sure. You can see like the odd person wandering around. You do notice that anyone that kind of like walks past the tavern tends to like wide their berth from the tavern as you're like around where you are. They like look over and they don't really make like too much of a big scene. But when you know what it's like when you see like a particularly like, I don't know, menacing looking person at night, and you're kind of like, I think I'm just gonna walk slightly far away from them. Don't want to get on their bad side.
Grawl's gonna get someone's attention as they come back. Have a nice evening.
And the Ever who you like speak to says, and you, and kind of like slightly hurries on slightly faster.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go for a walk. Maybe see what Sir Alan's up to. Which way did he go? Growl's gonna try and like get a sense of direction to work out where he's gone. Could I see any footprints?
Well, he never came here, so
True.
he wouldn't have left footprints from here.
I wonder where Sir Alan went.
I'm pretty sure he told you, but I'm gonna say because of your current drunk state, I'm gonna make it so you need to do a roll. Huh?
I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I just walked off.
But you did
I just
walk
said,
off in a
"I'm gonna
particular
go for a
direction.
walk."
You walked in a particular direction, though. You did walk directly to the Eastern Gate from
did do that.
Palam's Heart.
But
So
I
I would
didn't tell anybody
say,
where I was going.
okay, I'll say then, make a wisdom roll. Make a wisdom roll with disadvantage because you're drunk.
Figured as much. Okay.
This is
Ooh,
literally
I
just
think
to huh?
The shiny new sheets. Oh, damn it, I got a 19 too. So that'll be 11 plus, 1. That's a 12.
12. Okay. You remember the last place you saw him was Palam's Heart. You can't remember which way he went.
Oh, guess I'm gonna go for a walk. Maybe sober up a little bit. Maybe I'll find him. So, Growl is gonna walk towards Palam's Heart.
Sure, okay.
Try.
What are the others doing in the tavern at the moment?
I don't know.
Just
Maybe
monkeying
I can,
around.
maybe I can pet monkey too.
A monkey isn't an ape, Kian.
I'll have you know I'm the one who shapeshifted. So
I think you'll find that was actually just a jape.
I'm doing nothing. I'm sitting here and making people uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a conversation piece.
Okay. So while Ninsala, Oswald, and Gape are just vibing, Graal, you slowly swagger your large body over to Palam's Heart. You remember the way back to Palam's Heart. That's not very difficult because it's like the center of Palam is always fairly bustling. There's even like foot traffic a lot of the time at night. People still wander around through Palam at nighttime. It's not like dead at night.
Lit.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that just pass through Palam anyway. Yeah, and you walk towards where the majority of the foot traffic is. It's much more well lit towards this area, and as you arrive at Palam's Heart, yeah, there's a lot more people like wandering around this area. So if you wanted to try and find which way Saralan went, you can try and track him now.
I'm gonna start looking for tracks, I think.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen a lot of Stephadendra here.
Yeah. There's you've seen like the odd Stephadendra, but you haven't seen any in Palam's Heart as of today. What would this be a roll for? Survival, I guess, for tracking.
Okay.
Yeah. You can do a survival roll.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That is 7 plus. It's 11.
I mean, you can spend your inspiration as well. Remember to get rid of disadvantage.
Nah, I'm good.
Actually, no. You'd have had to declare that before you rolled anyway.
Yes. That's 11.
11 total.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that there are tracks of like all different footprints scattered all around the place, and it takes you maybe 10 minutes of looking around at the floor before a warden in Palam's Heart wanders up to you and says, "Excuse me, Kragnova, are you lost?"
No, not particularly. I'm looking for one of my traveling companions.
Right, and who might that be?
His name's Sir Alan. He's a Cephadendra. He wears a tabard.
Oh, right. Yes. No, I do remember. Yes.
Did you happen to spot him?
As far as I remember, he headed out of the Eastern Archway.
Oh, thank you very much, Warden. That's a big help.
That was quite a while ago, though. That was much earlier in the day.
He's kind of slow moving. Hopefully, I'll be able to find him. But I really appreciate that.
It's my pleasure. Stay out of trouble.
Oh, I always do. May Aliatha's blessings find you.
And he nods to you, like, hesitantly, and says, "And to you."
Gralt's gonna walk up in that direction.
Okay, sure. As you swagger your way over to the Eastern Arch, you see the standard two wardens on the outer side of the archway, and they kind of like turn to see who's coming, and they kind of like double take. And the one on the right says, "Greetings, Ragnarva."
Evening, Wardens. I'm
we
just
help?
heading out. Oh, I assume you've seen a Cephadendra wearing a tabard come out here earlier in the day.
Yes, that is correct.
He's a member of my traveling party. I'm actually just gonna try to find him. I haven't seen him all day.
Oh, well, we didn't see exactly where he walked off to, but he did walk out of eyesight.
Well, that's helpful. Hopefully, I'll be able to find some of his tracks. He might be communing with his large boy. His Grove Strider. Sorry, the alcohol.
Right. Oh, and he says, "Ah, yes. I do remember the Grove Strider from earlier."
No, he's a good boy.
And he says, "Very well. On your way."
I shouldn't be too long, Warden, so if you see a big scary Kragnova coming back this way, it's probably me.
I don't think I could forget that face.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Alright, good evening, Wardens.
And to you, Kragnova.
And also with you. Grell's gonna head through the gates and continue onwards.
Okay, sure. You wander out for maybe like a 5-minute walk east before you, as you're like getting out, it's now about 9:30, so it's getting very dark. It's getting particularly difficult to see into the depths of the forest, but from the road you can't really see very well into the forest.
I'm gonna like lightly yell, Alan, you about here?
Can you roll a perception check based on hearing? Also, you are still muted, just so you know.
15.
Oh. 15. You can hear.
That was 16.
16.
I
You can hear
forgot what I
in
rolled.
the distance. You can hear.
Steve.
No, it's Steve. Steve.
Alan, Steve. No. Selective religious experience, blinders. I ain't responding to shit.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear something which definitely doesn't sound like it is like natural surroundings. As in you are capable of hearing it. But yeah, Sir Alan is deep in a meditative state.
Grell's gonna try his best to continue to look for tracks. even
Okay.
in the dark.
Go for another survival roll with disadvantage.
Are we not double disadvantage yet?
No.
Okay. Better than last time. 12.
12. You can see the tracks. You can see very large, like route-like tracks heading off south from the eastern path, so downwards or to your right. There are tracks slightly further up the road that veer off into the forest itself, but you quickly lose the tracks entirely as soon as it goes like 10 feet into it, because it's just too dark to be able to see them.
Grell's just gonna sort of blindly wander in that direction.
Okay, sure.
Just realized I was using the wrong sheet. I saved the new one. I don't know why it's done that. It's fine.
It's fine. It's I'm only saying this because I'm not updating the old one, so you won't have any of the new features unless you use the new one.
Let me just remove that. There we go. Completely bin it. Got it.
Yeah, it takes you like a good 5 minutes of like stumbling over like roots. You definitely have like a firm footing, it's very difficult for you to like trip up for something as like menial as like some tree roots. But yeah, as you kind of like cracking through fallen like tree branches and roots, rustling through the undergrowth of the forest, you eventually your eyes kind of like focus in on a particularly less natural looking tree. As you get closer and closer, you can see that Sir Alan is like deep in meditation, kind of like kneeling down in like a slightly open space.
I'm not gonna say anything. I can see his pose, and I'm just gonna go sit with him.
Okay, sure.
And attempt to meditate myself.
Sure. Okay, so as you like sit down next to Sir Alan, he seems to not even budge. He's like deep in thought.
Can I roll stealth?
For what?
I wanna like really, really slowly just look like I'm not even moving, and then go boo and like fucking scare the shit out of him. And I want to roll stealth to see if he like has a heart attack.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Right.
I want to use ambush.
I would like to ambush him for funsies. That is an 18.
18.
Mhm.
This would need to be against Graal's perception. Graal has to roll for perception to see if he notices you doing this, because he knows you're there.
Disadvantage. I assume.
Disadvantage, yeah.
I rolled the fucking nat 22. That is 4 plus what? Oh, there it is. 4 plus 1.
Okay,
Five.
so what did you roll, Cap?
18.
Okay, yes, that beats it.
And he's sick, by the way.
So yeah, you take 1d12 funsies damage.
I'm just sat, really, really zen looking, and then he just sits next to me, and just when he gets to the comfortable, and he looks like he's relaxed and he isn't expecting me to move, I'm just gonna go. Ooh.
Okay.
Ha.
Alan?
Hello.
I think I just shot my kite in.
Fun.
You're shiting.
Or shitting, some people pronounce it. Well, that was mean. What are you doing out here, buddy?
Relaxing, you know.
I just thought I'd come find you. I hope to see you soon.
As the great sages say, just vibing, dude.
Ah, of course. Like the great sages, right. Well, I thought I'd just come and hang out here, enjoy the night sky a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I've been drinking, so I feel like the air was probably be nice.
Yes, no, I can tell. You're a little...
Wobbly.
Slur it. Oh, that's a good way to put it.
You're a little wobbly. Yes. Can you give me a little bit of room? We're having a moment.
Oh, no worries at all, friend. How far is far enough?
We'll keep walking. I'll tell you when.
All right then. I'm going.
Keep going. I haven't said when.
Okay. All right. This is getting pretty far. I'm going.
You're like a good 15 feet away now.
Okay. All right. This. Oh, I'm
20
struggling to
feet.
see. Is this okay? Are you? That's a rude gesture. Where did you learn that?
You're now you're now like far away from each other where you can't really see each other very well. In the darkness,
keep
you can just
going
see like
until
a
I
silhouette.
can't see him at all.
I mean,
Where are you?
you can like Graal can see like a silhouette of Sir Alan on the floor, but can't really make out any detail.
I'm just gonna lay on the ground. Girl's
That
getting
looks good.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Grawl conks out on the
Good
floor.
night.
You just fallen asleep outside.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
He's sleepy.
What's Sir Alan going to do then? Are you still having your religious experience?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. I mean, I don't sleep. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna sort of sit here.
Yeah,
and
sure, that's fine.
enjoy.
It's like I would say at this point it's probably about just shy of 10 o'clock, so it's now like particularly dark. Probably as dark as it will get, and you are
Plus
now.
somebody kind of.
Huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say. Plus, somebody kind of needs to be in the general vicinity while he's asleep on his face in the middle of the woods to
Yeah.
kind of vaguely keep an eye on the surroundings to see if he gets robbed.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. You are, however, Sir Alan cannot see in the dark. Does not have dark vision. You basically can't. You can barely see like your hands in front of your face at this point. Neither of you can, because it's particularly dark under the canopy of the forest. So yeah, back in the bubbly tankard. It is now like an hour on from when Graal left. What are you two up to?
I'm starting to worry about where Graal has gone.
Okay.
And,
I told you to.
Yeah, but you've gone for an hour now.
You said you went for a walk.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's true. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Good.
shapeshift back and go up to the bar and ask for the key.
Sure.
room.
Okay.
Well,
And
I was gonna ask.
Ordari says, yes, one moment, and she'll like check the she checks like her board like underneath the counter, and then pulls a key off the shelf and says, here you are, you're in room 2.
I'm gonna pull some like random cord out of my bag and thread it through the key and tie it around my neck.
Okay, sure. Are you wanting to head up to bed now?
And I'm gonna go sit back at her table
Okay, sure.
for the time being. I just wanted to have the key.
Right, you don't have any pockets.
Nope.
Or
Could get lost in there.
or Dari, like as you turn around, she says, Graal still isn't back.
Yeah, we're waiting for him right now.
Actually, I was gonna go look for him if you wanna join me, Gil. Or you can
I
just
mean,
wait here if he comes back.
Yeah, I don't think taking two Ervin girls out into the woods in the middle of the night is probably a good idea.
That is.
Now we're just turning it into like a thriller
Yeah.
story.
That is very true.
This is just like a
Um,
classic thriller movie.
If you want to go look, I'll stay here, but if you get kidnapped too, I'm not coming to find you. Because
Okay,
they're just
cool.
gonna pick us off.
Yeah.
Okay,
that is,
cool.
that-
I'll wait
that
until the
is-
daylight to come find you.
Mhm. Okay. That is fair.
Okay, take Oswald with you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if you're still alive tomorrow, I'll attempt to find
If
you.
you're still alive tomorrow, I will find you. I promise.
I will maybe try. Maybe. I'm not promising anything. You don't mean that much.
Well, I
to
should
me.
hope
I
with,
might come and find you.
proficiency in perception and also a 5 in my fucking wisdom score, I would hope I would be able to find you.
Gil
If I
has-
can't, you're fucked, basically.
Or Dari like looks up while she's like wiping a tankard and is like, "What's a wisdom score?"
She's like, I have this really deep, ingrained meta feeling that I'd be able to find you.
Meta feeling.
That was absolutely an out of character statement.
Okay, so Ninsala's heading off just with Oswald.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, that just leaves Gil with the two kills then. Gil is now the babysitter.
Not drunk, just tipsy.
Just a bit tip. Don't worry, it's just your old Uncle Gil. He's just a bit tipsy. You're fine with me, little ones.
Have the room key.
Just a little bit tipsy. I'm not a bad influence. This is fine.
You kids go on up to bed. I'll be down here at the hotel bar.
You can have some wine as a treat.
Okay, so Ninsala and Oswald head out to try and find Graal. How are you going to try and find him?
I just wanna take a first look around if he's like maybe close by, and if not, I'll try and find his footsteps.
Okay. So yeah, you have like a 5-minute look around. You can't see him like remotely close to the tavern. But yeah, you can try to roll for survival. Try and track him.
That's a net 20.
Suddenly Ninsala's eyes light up bright white and she can wall hack. She sees exactly
What?
yeah, you can as Ninsala kind of like scours around for tracks, as her eyes like focus in on the floor, it's almost as if Graal's tracks illuminate in her mind and she can pick out his exact tracks.
Wow.
And yeah, you can see that he headed towards Palam's Heart.
I will follow those tracks.
Okay. After about 5-minute walk, you see the tracks kind of like jumble up together, as if he like walked back and forth around in Palam's Heart, and then you see the tracks heading off towards the Eastern Arch.
Yep. I'll just continue following those tracks.
Okay. As you get towards the arch, one of the wardens stops you and says, "Hello, miss. Nice evening.
Yes, good evening.
Can we help you?"
Yeah, I'm assuming you have seen Kraknova passing through here recently?
Yes. Hard to miss.
Yeah.
A friend of yours?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And
he was pretty
he
drunk
points.
and worried about him.
Yeah, he points further down the path and says, Yes, he headed out into the night, looking for a Cephadendra.
Yep, that's the other one of my travel companions.
And you see, like, the wardens look at each other and said, "Forgive me, miss, you have a very strange set of friends."
Yeah, I know. The other one is a fae. Also,
Very well.
he's very interested in one of the guards and tries to like sniff his hand.
The warden tries to resist like petting Oswald while he's just like looking onwards, like being ever vigilant.
Oh, okay. I like drag Oswald off the guard and leave.
Safe travels, miss.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
And you. And yeah, you can still see they're like illuminated in your mind. These Kragnova tracks head off for about 5-minute walk on the path before they veer off to the right. And as you travel into the forest, you can see. You eventually see Graal just passed out on the floor, and like as you look up, you can see in the distance a Cephadendra wearing a tabard, deep in meditation.
Huh. Okay, I think I'll just go over to Alan
Okay, sure.
and see if he notices me.
Well, he's deep in meditation. He is like not moving. So, as far as you can tell, he's not actively trying to perceive you.
I take my mark out and write on Silent Spark, Nensala was here. No, that's...
Okay.
Yeah, I go back to the tavern to let Gil know that they're like apparently sleeping outside here now.
Okay.
What is he
Yeah.
in water?
No.
He's just on the ground?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Well, I guess he's drunk, so I don't know. Do we want to try and drag sleeping drunk
Think he can drink
Kragnova
through
back into
gills?
town?
He just gets like 2
I don't
tankards
know.
and slams them next to his neck, and he's like,
This is something we'll have to try. I need more notes.
It's Kragnova shotgunning.
I'm thinking of like stone colding 2 beers, but
Yeah.
right into my neck.
You probably like immediately get alcohol poisoning.
And die, because I think aquatic animals can't actually take in water through their gills, can they?
No, it would fuck them up. It goes weird. But also, like, if it goes through your gills, then like that's essentially it going like over the surface of your lungs, and it would go straight into your bloodstream with no filter. It would just be pure, like, just absorbed alcohol straight into
Open
your
your
blood.
gills up.
It's
and
it's
just pour
basically
it
like the
straight
equivalent of
through.
butt chugging.
Oh no.
That's a thing.
That reminds me of like a thing people were doing like out on the town back in like Yorkshire, like many years ago. It's gross.
That doesn't surprise me. Anyway, yeah. So
Did you see
Ninsala's back
Cedric?
with Gil and the girls.
You saw Cedric?
No.
Where's Cedric?
I'm probably still around Graal's neck.
Okay. He's an important part of our party.
Also, the funny thing
Yeah,
is,
around-
like Graal
he's
basically
around
like
Graal's
face planted the floor, so
Yeah.
he's probably dead.
Like, he's around Graal's neck, and Graal fell asleep on his front. Yay.
Hey, I
What?
don't have that information.
No, I didn't really look for him, so
Well, it is flat today.
It's very flat
Yes.
today.
Did you find Sir Alan?
Yeah, he was meditating close to
Ah, tree
Growl.
things.
Yes, 3 things. He didn't seem to notice me till I just left again, so...
Hmm. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Grawl got a room. Because I have this key. So if you want to sleep, we're in room 2.
Uh-huh. So would we basically sleeping with 4 people in one room then?
I mean, yeah.
You bought 2 rooms. You paid for 2 rooms. You only picked up 1 key.
I didn't pay for a room.
Grawl paid for 2.
I didn't. Oh. Right.
I do remember him paying for 2 rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So there should be another key up there.
Okay. I go and talk to Adali then. If she would leave me the second key since Grawl is now sleeping outside on the forest floor.
You hear Silther, like, turn to Salithar and say, we can have one of the rooms together if you want. And Salithar, like, looks over at Gil and, like, nods at him.
Slumber party? You two can have a slumber party. I don't care. Make friends. Be friends.
And Salithar, like, turns back to Silther and nods her head.
You can stay in the same room as the grump over here. I'll be fine. Don't worry. He gestures to Oswald. I'm going to take the key from my neck and hand it to Zalfa.
Okay. And she like takes the key and like nods again at you and like waves. And then
No roughhousing. Behave. We're in the next room over. I'll be able to hear you if you don't go to sleep.
And she kind of like smiles and then looks back over at Silther and like nods at her, and they head on up.
Make good choices.
Take her up so fast.
If neither of you are there in the morning, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Okay, Uncle Gil. She doesn't say that.
Don't try anything funny. I'm definitely checking on you in the middle of the night.
Slowly, yeah.
That's creepy, Uncle Gil.
I just need to make sure you're there.
I'm gonna Fey warp in.
Oh no.
You open this door at the
I've
count of 3, or
memorized
I'm
the
gonna
inside
Fey
of the
walk
room.
through.
At the count of 3, I'm going to be a snake in your room.
You just hear Silver immediately like break the door down.
God, Druid Dad would be such a terrible time.
If you two don't shut up, I am gonna turn into a snake and take this car around. Druid here. Okay, so the 2 girls have headed upstairs now. Ninsala was getting the other key from Ordari, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, right, okay. And she just checks her board underneath the counter and takes off a key from the shelf and says, and you're in room 3.
Okay, thank you.
Did you see Grell?
Yeah, he's out the eastern gate, sleeping on the forest floor, so
Oh,
I think he's fine. The tree
okay
is
then.
also there, so.
And she kind of like goes back to slowly cleaning some mugs.
Okay. I go back to the table to Gil.
Okay.
Do you want to head off to bed too then?
We can. The girls took room 2, so.
Okay.
Did I hear her right? She said we're in 3?
Yeah.
Get her right
3.
next to them. Okay. I still have my reservations about the girl. The new one.
Mm-hmm.
So you should keep an eye on them. Make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So are you going to be staying longer in the bar, or are you wanting to head upstairs now? Because it's now like at least 10 o'clock.
I think I'd like to head off to bed, or at least into the room, and like get comfy.
I'll follow.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you the three of you, the 3 remaining, head back up, including Oswald. Head upstairs, and Ordari gives you a wave and says, "Sleep well."
Thanks. And I also like wave back.
Gil pounds on his chest like he did when he was an ape, and just kind of like points at her and gives her a thumbs up.
And you see her like smirk. And yeah,
Does the door does the room have an adjoining door?
They're kind of like down like a main corridor. There's like, as far as you can tell, there's like 10 rooms. And there's like it's like a corridor that goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other side there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're in like an adjacent room.
I knock on the door of room 2.
And you hear Siltha say, "Hello?"
I cup my hands to the door and I go, "You better be sleeping in there.
We don't. We're just getting comfy.
Go to bed."
Wow.
Gil, stop being so creepy.
What is that? Wait, that's not creepy.
What are
I'm
you
telling them to
talking
go
to?
to bed.
If they weren't gonna do any, like, they may not have been gonna do anything, but the more you tell them not to, they're definitely gonna now. They're just
It's-
like, what does he mean, just go to bed? What else would we owe?
Oh.
What else would we? Gee, I don't know. The chick that was working for the fucking Black and Dye might be gone in the morning with Celitha. I don't know. My concern isn't a teenage sexual awakening, okay? My concern is kidnapping. There are more serious concerns here.
It's the meme. Well, now I'm not gonna do it. Okay. And you just hear like some rummaging around, and then it's fairly quiet.
I'll go back to my room.
Okay.
You better not be rummaging in there.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Hoo boy. Right. So
I turn into a cat and get comfy.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. Cat.
I'm gonna curl up on Oswald's back.
Oswald kind of like curls around at the end of the bed on the floor, and Gilcat like curls around in the same direction and kind of like nestles in the little like donut hole.
Yes.
Oh.
Gat.
So cute.
Oswald is a much better bed than actual bed.
Yes.
What's Ninsala doing? Is Ninsala just taking off her armor, or I'm assuming she's not getting butt
yeah.
naked.
I mean, Why not?
Well, you can do. It was just my assumption.
Yeah. I like get naked and then go to
Okay.
bed.
Can you? No, this would be passive perception, which is actually really high. So I would say Gil does notice that Ninsala just gets like butt naked in front of him.
I'm not looking.
But I don't fucking care.
I'm saying you noticed it. You can choose to now look away. I'm saying you did notice.
I'm pushing my face further into Oswald's fur.
I didn't notice
I'm
any
giving
of that.
Ninsala her privacy.
Okay. So as you all get comfortable in your various beds, it's the end of the day. And the night is quiet and peaceful.
I keep an ear open for shenanigans and loud noises in the other room. Because if somebody's going out a fucking window, I'm gonna hear it.
Are you
even
pillow
though I'm
fighting in that?
asleep.
Are you
Are
pillow
you pillow fighting in there? Are you
Um,
kidnapping in there?
The
I
rest
better not be hearing any murder plots.
I don't hear any sleeping going on.
I don't hear any sleeping.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, bunch of time passes, and it's now about 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's now the first one to wake up is Gilcat, as the light shines across his eyes and wakes him up from his beauty sleep. Also, Graal, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Just like IRL.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make biscuits on Oswald.
Biscuits.
Oswald purrs. Or whatever. I just make noises when they...
He badger purrs.
But badger purrs, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Gil biscuits. Oswald slowly wakes up, and Ninsala kind of forgets where she is momentarily, and kind of like gets up and like stretches as the sheets kind of like fall off her, and she's just sat like upright in bed. I mean, she's naked, but she doesn't have the sheets on, so she's topless. But the Oswald and Gil are like behind the footboard, so she can't see them.
Uh-huh.
Titty out like in Baroque painting.
Yes.
I would hear Oswald noises, right?
Well, he's basically just like waking up, so he's not really making much noise.
Gil is definitely purring very loudly. It's definitely audible.
I will just like
Yes,
Like-
that.
bend more front over and crawl to the like end of the bed and like look over the end of the bed and see what's purring so loud.
Okay. As you look down, Gil kind of looks up and sees Ninsala looking overhead with her hair dangling down and her boobs just like dangling basically.
I
in space.
immediately look into the other direction.
Good morning.
I mean,
run
that's what
under the bed.
Wow.
I hide under the bed.
You just hear a
He does that terrified cat run where his belly's touching the floor.
Oh,
And just
no.
zooms under the bed.
Okay.
I pet Oswald a bit, wake him up.
Oswald kind of like looks up and looks happy to see Ninsala.
Yay. Oswald.
kind of like stretches and then like gets up and looks up like at the bed and then like sits.
I'm gonna drop my wild shape.
What,
From
while you're under the bed?
Yes, from under the bed you hear. Put some clothes on.
Fine. I get off bed and put my clothes on.
Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, what's the problem?
Warn someone.
Why is my
Have you no
skin-
shame, woman?
Jeez, Gil, why are you so puritanical?
Don't be like. Don't expect that in the morning.
First person in the history of the world to be offended by surprise morning titty.
Listen, I didn't sign up for that.
Maybe
Tree
it
in the distance talking to me for some reason.
I am your conscience. Appreciate titties more. Be grateful.
I'll give her ample time to get dressed and then slowly crawl out from under the bed.
Okay.
Ample, like a bosom.
Ample like a bosom.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
I
Just-
was drinking, you twat.
It just so happens that Ample Bosom is the name of my next album. So yeah.
Ample bosom is the name of my character in case I die.
Yeah. Ninsala hurriedly gets somewhat dressed, so she's at least covered up. And a couple of minutes pass, and Gil kind of like peeks out from under the bed to see if she's actually clothed now.
Yeah.
Okay, he gets out from under the bed and kind of dusts himself off. I don't know what kind of housekeeping they have here, but it's really dusty under there.
Huh.
You definitely didn't clean under the bed.
Well.
At least cover yourself up with like a sheet next time. Not that hard.
Okay, sorry.
Jeez.
I thought you're all about nature and stuff, you know?
Well, I mean,
I thought,
yeah, but
Nature, not naturist.
Nudist beaches are actually just druid conclaves in disguise.
that's heresy.
Are you surprised?
So yeah, as you're like chatting amongst yourselves, you start to slowly hear like slightly louder bustling of the outdoor life wandering back and forth down the streets. You can't really make out conversations, you can just hear like light talking outside.
I'm gonna sort my hair out because I definitely have bad head, and then I'm gonna leave the room to go knock on room 2's door.
Okay, sure. As you knock, you couple of seconds pass, and then you hear, "Who is it?"
It's Gil.
Oh,
So you know we're probably gonna get up and moving soon, so
okay.
get ready.
And you just hear like in hushed tone, "Salazar, get up! We need to get dressed."
I'm gonna listen for a second. I want to make sure she gets up.
You can just hear like you can hear rustling of like covers, and like tapping on like wooden floor of like footsteps walking around. And you can hear just like You can hear like one-sided conversation from the other side, and then you hear like you hear a window opening, and you hear Sulfur say, "Is that okay?" And then back to just like walking around and stuff.
Okay. It sounds like 2 pairs of feet moving around, right?
Yeah, it sounds like
Okay,
too many footsteps
Good.
for one person.
Okay. I just didn't want it to be like...
I'll just go get her.
She's
Tap,
dead.
tap,
Great.
tap,
Awesome.
tap, tap.
Like...
A
Yeah.
weekend at Bernie's, just. Ooh.
Right, yeah. Wow, nice sunglasses.
And you hear now closer to the door. You hear Sulfur say, "Can you give us 5 minutes? We're just getting dressed."
I'll go back into room 3.
Okay. At this point, Ninsala is now like fully clothed.
Also, having put on my armor and Oswald's armor, or maybe
Okay.
still in the process of putting Oswald's armor on.
Yeah.
Wow,
you-
Oswald, did you get a haircut? You look great.
Oswald kind of like looks over and like just glares at you.
Squints at Gil.
Yeah, so 5 minutes pass and you hear the room adjacent to you, the door open, and you hear, "Girl,
Yeah.
we've done, ready." And you see like Sulfur and Salazar both walk out, and they like walk over to your room because you left the door ajar, and
Wild shapes into a dog. It better not smell like banging in there.
Bloodhound snoot just at the door crack.
like
I
comically
shapeshift into a mastiff? No, I don't.
comically like
Waddles.
goes like stiff pointed in like a direction, like brrr. Yeah, so the 5 of you, including Oswald, are now together in the same room.
Yeah. I wish the other 2 a good morning.
And
How'd you sleep?
Sulfur or Salazar looks over at Sulfur and like nods, and Sulfur says, "It was okay. Thank you. How about you?"
I slept good. But I slept on Oswald, not on the bed. So I can't
Yeah.
speak to the mattress's quality, but Oswald is a very good cuddle buddy.
Aw.
He's
Mattress
very
was
warm.
fine.
So, did Grell come back?
No.
No. He was sleeping on the forest floor, so I can imagine he's pretty exhausted by now.
Fuck's sake. God.
Oh my god.
Ranger of the Breast Conclave.
Thank you, I'm here all night.
That's... There's been a lot of good one-liners tonight. Anyway. Yeah, and then, you see, Salazar kind of, like, tries to, charade, like, she tries to, like, charade out something, and Sulfur looks at her and like tries to work out what she means, and then says, "Oh, she says, where's What was his name? Your Cephadendra friend.
Oh,
Sir
Sir Alan.
He was close to Growl meditating in the woods.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they're fine.
Growl wakes up like hungover with 1 exhaustion point from dehydration.
That's a bad morning, is that? Need some orange juice.
I need citrus.
Yeah. Shall we head down and get some breakfast then?
Breakfast sounds great.
Yes.
Okay, lead the way. And
Okay.
yeah, as you two wander down, the girls follow you, and that's where we're going to take our break. So I think that's a good time
break.
to break. So yeah, stay tuned. We've got at least another hour and a half left. We're going to take a 5-minute break. See you then.
Bye.
Aye.
And we return. Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Taskbar.
Okay, so where were we? The others just went down to the bar area to pick up some potential breakfast.
Yes.
As you head down, you don't see anyone at the bar, and the bar area is like empty. There's no one here.
Oh. I'd like to check, like, if I can look into the kitchen area.
Okay.
Maybe
As
ask for someone.
Well, I mean, you need to walk behind the bar. There's like a door, like out of the way. You have to go behind the bar to get it. As you like walk up to the bar, you see like the door like opens in front of you, and you see Ordari, and she says, can I help you?"
Yes. We'd like some breakfast, please.
Right away. Would you mind going around the other side of the bar?
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
What can I get you lot? Is it the four of you?
Yeah. I don't know what the others will have. I don't know where are they like standing behind me or?
Yeah, they'll have like walked down and watched you go to the door.
I'll have eggs on toast and a sausage, please. And some scraps or leftovers for the badger, if you have any.
Of course. What about the others?
I'll have fruit. Just
Fruit?
whatever you have. Fruit.
Would you like a bowl of fruit?
Yep. Whatever vehicle it's in. Doesn't matter. It's going into my mouth.
Would a jet plane suffice? No, I'm just kidding.
Technically, a cart is a
I have a
vehicle.
very refined palate. I would like a 67
wagon.
Chevy full of fruit.
A wagon. A horse-drawn cart. Doesn't matter.
Okay, and she says, and what about for the girls? And Siltha kind of looks over to Ninsala and Gil and says, "Oh, I haven't got any money on me."
It's fine, we got it.
Yeah, I can pay.
And when I say we, I mean she does.
And by
You're
we,
welcome.
I mean we as in Ninsala and Oswald. I was just implying the plural for them.
I don't carry money.
Plot twist, Oswald is actually my sugar daddy.
Wait, isn't this complimentary?
Oh yeah, wasn't there?
Is this a complimentary breakfast?
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, maybe one
But
for one.
well, no, because it's one breakfast per room. It's complimentary.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna say.
okay.
So you'd have to pay for two.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you eating my breakfast?
Yep.
Well, they stayed
You
in your
slept
room.
in the woods, you forfeit your breakfast.
In their defense, you decided to stumble out to find a sentient tree, and then you passed out in the forest. This isn't their fault.
Frog.
Yeah, and you've potentially killed Cedric, so
I'll just eat it.
if there's anything left of him, it's Flatterday.
Frog moose.
I'm gonna be really sad.
So yeah, Ordari says, so what can I get the girls then? And Siltha says, I can just have fruit if that's what Gil's having. And
Can have meat. I'm just weird.
And she said, "No, it's fine. I like fruit."
Order whatever you want.
And she looks over to Salazar and says, "Salazar, what do you want?" And she like nods her head like at Gil. And she says, I think she means to say she'll have the same as Gil. So I think 3 bowls of fruit.
Well, that's
Yeah.
easy at least.
And
Fruit.
she says, okay, well, 2 of the meals are complimentary, so that'll be 80 error then for the other 2.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Bill kind of like chuckles at himself because he thinks that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Natalka grins and like pays for the breakfast.
Okay, sure. And she'll take that off you, and she says, okay, so that's, you wanted eggs on toast with a sausage, and 3 bowls of fruit, and any scraps for the badger.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll get on that right now. Drinks for anyone?
Just water for me and the badger. Thanks.
Okay. And she points over to the others.
You have orange juice?
Yes? Yes, I can get you some orange juice.
Yes. Give me blood of the fruit with the fruit.
And she looks over to the girls and says, girls, anything? And Salazar points at Ninsala.
I guess she would also like a water.
And Siltha says, I'll have a water as well. And she says, and Ordari says, right, okay, I'll be as quick as I can. Feel free to take a seat anywhere. Looks like no one's stopping by for breakfast.
Okay. Wait, I'm assuming we'll all sit down at the nearest table.
I want a booth.
A booth.
A booth.
A
Yes.
booth? I mean, they're all like fairly open plan tables. They're kind of just like,
Damn it.
they're like all circular or oval
How
tables
am I
with,
to
like,
feel
stools around.
secure? This is obviously why people prefer the Twizzled Duck. I bet they have booths.
Greedy's face. How dare you insult my waifu's tavern?
Oh, he's flossing slowly.
Oh, he's sadly flossing. I'm so glad
the
I'm not
sad
sharing
floss.
webcams. Okay, so about a few minutes pass, and she brings out your drinks, and she says, "I'll get on your food right away." And you don't see her for like 10-15 minutes while she's preparing everything. You can smell like fried food like wafting more and more through the tavern, and after like 15 minutes she comes out with 3 bowls of assorted fruits, apples, oranges, some banana, and she brings out a plate of eggs on toast with a sausage, and then brings out some leftover scraps in a bowl for Oswald and like places it near your feet.
Oswald will like devour the food immediately. the bowl starts moving over the floor.
Like those videos of the dogs that eat it like so like voraciously. They're just like blah 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 blah.
Yes.
Everything just goes everywhere.
Yeah, but he will eat it off the floor afterwards.
Mhm.
I'm going to take one of my sharpened twigs and start stabbing the fruit and eating it.
Okay, and you can see like Siltha and Saltha just like quietly eating.
And with my
picking...
free hand, I am going to prepare my spells for the day.
Sure, yeah, go for it. So, as you're like noting down stuff, you're like you are intermittently. I was trying to think of the word. You're intermittently like looking up at the girls as you're like memorizing your spells for the day, and you can see Siltha and Selatha kind of like mouthing stuff to each other, and then you see like Selatha pick up like a slice of apple and hold it up like a smiley face to Siltha.
What are they saying? Because I can read lips.
As
long as they're speaking in a language I understand.
You can see you see Siltha what's it called? Mouthing? Yeah, mouthing. You see Siltha mouthing, "You look better today." And then you see Selatha like hold up the apple slice like a smiley face. You don't see her like actively smile though. You just see her like holding up the slice, and then she she's holding it with like both hands like between, and then you just see her like eat the slice.
That smiles and just goes back to preparing his spells. Because that was wholesome as fuck.
Yes.
Also, ow.
So yeah, while you're digging into your food and everything, over to the B-side. This is where Graal very sluggishly kind of like picks his face off like out of the dirt. And generally just feels like shit.
Oh, I feel like... I don't like... what happened to me?
Sir Alan Sir Alan at this point isn't meditating, as far as you messaged me, Cap. You would not be able to continue meditating if you're doing that.
No, I've been up and about doing things for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I meditated enough and sat enough in the morning rays to feel pretty chipper. I'm just gonna fucking Ivan walk over to Lump over here.
I would say so far you've had like maybe 2 hours of sunlight, so you haven't had your full rest because it's only 8 o'clock now.
No.
It got light enough as of like 6, I would say.
Would I be able to feel that I'm not quite done?
Yeah.
Alright,
I
I'm
would say
just gonna
so.
plonk. I'm gonna be like halfway to Ivan walking with some enthusiasm towards him, then realise that I don't have the energy for that level of enthusiasm to sustain it, and then instantly just plonk myself down where I am. Just what? Oh, can't
You hear like
that.
creaking bark as you sit down, like.
Oh, is that you, Alan? Feel like a Scythark stung me in the arse. In the Scytharse, if you will.
Props
You're
for
right.
remembering the right one.
Of course. Not a Skyrix. The DM told me that's wrong.
Sir Alan looks over to you quizzically. What's a DM?
You alright? You alright this morning, Alan?
I believe that's called a disgruntled merfolk.
Alan, are you there? You're muted on Discord.
I'm trying to get some sleep. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to sleep, because you don't have to sleep.
No,
You just have to be in the sun.
But I'm vibing. He's damaging my calm.
Okay. I'm
Oh.
just saying you don't necessarily sleep.
You threw off my groove.
You threw off my
Threw off
groove, man.
groove. I'm
Hey,
sorry,
someone's
but you've
an
thrown
arsehole.
off the paladin's groove.
Someone's an arsehole this morning. Alright.
I'm sorry. As he just gets thrown into the ocean.
Alright. I guess I'm getting up. Oh. I could go for some food. Oh, God. By the divines, I feel terrible. Let's see. What have we got around? I sure hope my breakfast's still waiting in the tavern. I look around for like a snack.
Okay, you'll have to do a nature check.
And I have disadvantage on ability checks. Does that count as an ability check? It doesn't, does it?
Why do you have disadvantage?
Exhaustion.
Oh, because of exhaustion, right? Yeah.
Does that count as an ability check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a skill check, but he still uses abilities.
Ooh, okay. 19 and 18, I'll take that. So that is... Oh, I have a -1 in int? That's the first time this has ever happened.
Well, you are
that's a 17.
stupid, so...
That's a 17.
Wait, is it intelligence? Nature's
you said
intelligence?
nature, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it's in.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was wisdom. Don't know why. Okay, yeah, you're able to scour around for various low-hanging fruits.
Oh, any citrus?
You managed to find like the odd apple, and then some like berries from some nearby bushes. That's what you're able to find. You're able to find enough for to feed you though.
Alright, Alan, I know you're like testy right now. I'm gonna go back to town. Have fun. Did I count my sleep count as a full rest, by the way?
It does, but you had exhaustion from it, so I don't think you. If you gain exhaustion from something and you have a long rest, you don't get the benefits of the full rest, right?
I don't know.
You have the effects of your exhaustion stack. I don't know if it just stops you flat out from gaining your rest benefits.
Because normally it would be if you hadn't eaten for like that day, you would gain exhaustion. To me, I doubt. I don't think. Well, how I would rule it is if you were to gain exhaustion from sleeping, you wouldn't gain the benefits of a full rest. I don't think you would fully heal.
anything about that in 5e. Hold on.
Like to me that doesn't make sense because you could essentially like go 3 days without eating, keep gaining exhaustion, but keep fully healing, and that doesn't really make sense.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, see you, Alan. I eat the fruit and walk off back towards town.
Okay. As you make your way over to town, you feel more quenched. So like the juice of the berries and the apples that you ate reinvigorate you slightly. Not enough to get rid of your exhaustion, but you feel a bit more vibrant. Still a bit slurred, but less like headachy. Can you also roll for me a d20?
No disadvantage?
Just a d20.
Gotcha. 5.
Cedric's dead.
No! Oh!
Oh no. Well, I knew that was gonna happen.
You're a monster.
You slept on him.
You've
squished
now
him.
smothered 2 creatures to death with your
Yeah, you've
ball.
now smothered 2 creatures, you monster. Technically, one of them deserved it.
Do I notice?
Yeah, that was you looking down and noticing that there's like a squelched little bag on your neck.
A bag of
Cedric.
mush.
Oh no. Well, I'm never drinking again. What have I done? I'm sorry, friend.
What a monster.
Okay.
He
Before I
can't
go
hear
back.
you. He's dead.
Yeah, just so you know, he definitely can't hear that.
Well, I'm gonna find a nice place for him. Growl's gonna like go off to the side of the road and try and dig a little hole.
Okay, sure. You take like a few minutes carving out a little hole at the side of the road.
And I put him in him and say a few words. Including my water skin. I'm just gonna put the whole water skin in there. I'm not putting my hands in that.
Okay, sure.
Cedric, I'm sorry it had to end this way.
I mean, it didn't have to.
Shut the fuck up.
Like it didn't have to at all. This is entirely optional.
In a speech! I'm sorry it had to end this way. I didn't... The alcohol, it was the issue. I didn't think about it. Head empty, dumb crab. I loved you like a brother. And I'm sorry your
I
journey...
don't have any siblings.
I mean, that's apt.
Who's talking? I'm confused.
It's the tree spirits.
Of course. Loved you like a brother. I'm sorry your journey had to end this way, friend.
He doesn't say anything back.
I figured. I put him in the hole, I
Sorry.
cover it up, and I find a stick to stick in it.
Okay, sure. Little frog grave.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not a good way to start the day. Alright, gonna go head back to town, I suppose. Sorry again, friend. Growl's very dejected about this.
Okay.
And he
As
heads back to the cabin.
Yeah, as you make your way, you see like two different wardens from the previous night, and as you get closer, they kind of like you see them kind of like ready their pikes at like an angled position, and one of them pipes up and says, "Hello, Kragnova, lost?"
Well, morning, wardens. I actually, I've been in this town for a few days with my traveling party. I went out to go find my my traveling companion. He's a Cephid Dendra, wears a tabard. I ended up spending the night out here. Alcohol. Ask any warden; they'll have seen me. Or you can ask over at the tavern. Odari knows me, and my traveling party's there, I assume.
What business do you have in Palom?
Well, I'm gonna go meet back up with the rest of my traveling party. I don't know if we might be moving out today. But I was just gonna go meet up with the rest of them again. Might have heard of me, Gralkrova. The High Warden knows me.
And they both look at each other and say, and the same one says, "We'll be keeping an eye on you."
The people always do. Don't worry about it, Warden.
And they kind of like ease their stance, and he like looks to the side, ushering you to walk in.
Have a nice day, Wardens.
And they just nod. Okay, so you are now in the you're in Palom.
I'm gonna head straight over to the bubbly tankard.
Okay, sure. So this will have all been happening at the same time. So by the time you arrive at the Bubbly Tankard, you can see all of the others eating breakfast.
Morning, everybody.
Growl. Good morning.
Hello. How we all doing?
Well, decent.
You sleep well?
I sure did. Haven't slept naked in a while.
Oh,
It's nice.
I don't think I've ever not been naked, but that's a thing for another day. Gil, how are you?
I'm fine.
That's
He
okay.
he like stabs a piece of fruit and shoves the whole thing in his mouth.
Is that my complimentary breakfast?
Nope, this one's paid for.
Go ate my complimentary breakfast.
And
And
so,
Tyler just looks like trying to look innocent while still eating her food.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind paying anyway.
Sulfur says, I had the other one.
That's okay, Sulfur.
Where were you?
Good morning, Titi. Oh, well, last night I went out to go, I just wanted to get some air, and I went to go see where Sir Alan was. He's been meditating out in the woods. And I guess the alcohol took toll on me, and I fell asleep.
Maybe
You
your
okay?
girlfriend will give you free food.
Shh, you. I'd pay for it anyway. Odari. Morning.
And you see her look up, and she says, "Hello, Growl."
Sorry for not taking advantage of my room last night. I'm used to
Okay.
sleeping in the woods anyway.
So, what do you want?
Wouldn't mind paying for some breakfast if that's okay.
Okay. What would you like?
Well, I wouldn't mind some bacon and eggs.
Right. Okay.
Oh, do you have any citrus?
Yes. Would you like some orange juice, or just an orange on its own?
I'll have some orange juice if that's okay, thank you.
Okay. And she says, that'll be 90 ADA.
90, not a problem. I floated over.
Okay. And she kind of like, you notice how, as you've been like conversing, you notice how she's kind of like not looking directly at you, and she kind of like takes the air. She like looks down at her hand rather than at you when she does it, and she says, "I'll be as quick as I can," and then she puts it in the pouch and heads out into the kitchen.
Thank you, Odari. Grawl will not have noticed this. He's oblivious.
So yeah, are you sitting down with the others?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you get the same like wafting of like fried food pass through the tavern after like 10 minutes or so, and shortly afterwards, Ordari comes out with a plate of. Did you ask for bacon and eggs? Was it?
Bacon and eggs.
Yeah. She comes out with your bacon and eggs and a like a mug of orange juice, and she slides it across onto the table, and she says, "Enjoy."
Oh, I will. I always do.
And she heads back on over to the bar.
Grawl's gonna fucking glug that orange juice.
Neck it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I needed citrus.
Oswald is very glad to see you again, Growl.
Oh, hello, little man.
He is also trying to beg for food.
You'll be lucky. I am hungry. Everybody, I have some bad news.
Oh, what's that?
Cedric passed away last night.
Oh no. How did that happen?
Couldn't rightfully tell you.
It's so sad.
I fell
I'm so sorry.
asleep and
Definitely couldn't tell you. I have literally no idea. I am none of the wiser. This is completely beyond my control.
I fell asleep and he was gone. It
I'd like
seems
to
to
roll
be
an insight check.
He was just flat out dead by the moment.
Can I roll for insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Just the hunched shoulders.
Hold on.
How could this have happened?
12.
12. No mod.
That's with mod.
Oh, as far as you can tell, Growl's telling the truth. He's not sure how Cedric died.
It's really sad.
Yeah, he seemed
Poor
to go
thing.
quickly, whatever happened. I guess they just don't live very long. Well, I made a little shrine for him just outside the eastern gate.
Yeah.
Outside the eastern gate.
I guess the weight of the situation was just too much for him.
The weight was too much to bear.
Oh no. But the poor frog.
Oh, honestly, I'm crushed.
Oh no.
I feel like I don't have a leg to stand on.
Oh god.
God.
Well, he's in a better place now. Paris, France.
What's a France?
He's in a better place now, and then you just lift up the fucking thing and you just peel him off. Just like, oh.
He's in a bag in the woods. It's okay.
He's buried in a bag in the woods. It's a much better place. Picturesque.
Anyway,
Well, let's tuck in. Tastes like chicken.
Who got frog legs?
quiet you. You're in the forest. Okay, so yeah, Growl tucks into his breakfast. Still feeling pretty groggy. That sleep didn't really do much for you, as far as you can tell. Combination of the really rough floor and the alcohol and just being very, very dehydrated has all like added up, and yeah, you're feeling particularly crappy.
Odare, question.
And she like perks up and looks over and says, "Yes, Growl."
There aren't any large baths in this element, are there?
And she says, "No, but you can find the nearby river to the
that'll be
south."
useful. Okay, thank you very much. I did not rest well. It wasn't the forest floor. I need to rest in water every few days.
Oh no, you weren't in the water yesterday?
No. And I
Oh.
feel not great, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Doesn't outright kill us for a long time, but yeah, it's not pleasant.
Yep, that's Growl.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you anyway, sorry. Would I have noticed that she is being hesitant with me?
Passively, no.
Insight check?
That depends if you think Growl would want to do that, because you haven't how the passive perception works is it's my way of judging whether or not you naturally saw this happen. You didn't naturally. You haven't really naturally picked up on her being.
I don't
distant.
spend a lot of time talking to people, so I probably didn't
So
notice.
I would argue because of that, unless you
won't
have
roll.
a reason to do an insight check, you wouldn't think to do so.
That makes sense to me. I agree. Well, I really, really need to find some water, so I'm going to be over at the river if you guys need me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to anyone like this.
Like 4 hours you need, right?
Let me just check out the guidebook. Sorry, I can't help myself.
Guidebook?
Greg Nova for dummies.
Flips open like a massive, like, chunky book.
Crack Nova for Grawl.
Should say an Aquaborn.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't just check Equable and how long I need. It was a long rest, isn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure you just need to. You need to be in water for
Short
an
rest.
hour. You have to have
Yeah, I
short
need to short-
rested. Yeah, once per day in water.
Okay.
Pretty much every other time, you have just slept in the water.
I'll probably just a few hours, maybe 1 or 2.
Okay. Graal, before you leave, have you told Alan about the meeting today?
No.
Okay, we'll have to go and pick him up.
Oh, wait.
Maybe you can
me?
just... With the High Warden.
Sorry, last night's a bit of a blur.
Okay, just make sure you are at the High Warden at noon, I guess, would fit then, so we can get everything sorted before.
Not a problem. Alan is... I couldn't even rightfully tell you what he was doing. He was meditating, ignoring me, and telling me to go away, so I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll go pick him up in time then.
Yeah. Alright, I'll see you all in a little bit.
Okay.
And
Bye.
as you
Enjoy the water.
look towards Ordari, as you say bye and head off, she gives you a wave.
I wave back.
Okay, so you're heading to the south. The others are now finished with their food. What about Sir Alan? Is Sir Alan going to be sticking around, vibing in the sun?
I mean, has it been long enough that I've been rested?
I would say the time it took Graal to get back to the bubbly tankard and eat would have been half an hour. So you still have like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, then I'm just chilling. I'm here until my battery's charged.
Okay, sure. I mean, you can. No, that's fine. Okay. So Sir Alan is continuing to become one with himself in the forest. What are the others doing whilst said things are happening?
Well, Growl's just going to be going to the river and resting for an hour. I was also going to ask, once I've done that, how do I use my hit die?
Your hit die, you just choose to spend them. You get to spend that many to heal.
Okay.
You can choose any amount of your available hit die to
So-
roll, and then the amount you have rolled will be added to your health.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you have like, which one of you has D12s? Is it the Berserk Barbarian?
Let me, I'm just trying to find it.
Yeah, Barbarian rolls d12s.
I did add a new thing for you. You now have current hit die and max hit die, so you can now keep track of how many you spent.
Excellent. Okay. So I've got 5, so I'm going to spend... How much health do I have missing? I'm going to spend 2 d12.
Okay. Also, when you short rest in water, you will get rid of 1 exhaustion. but you can only do that once per day. So once you've done that, you'll get rid of exhaustion. But if you had 2 stacks of exhaustion, you would only get rid of 1 per day.
Ooh,
So you'd have
that's a
to
good
then,
roll.
yeah. So you then have to short rest again the next day to get rid of the second stack.
That's 14 health, which puts me back up to max.
Okay, sure,
Cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna rest there for an hour.
sure.
That's
And
fine.
you also get the benefits. You get the benefits of the short rest as well. So, yeah. Okay, so an hour passes of Graal just chilling in the river, the nearby river out to the south, and after another like half an hour or so, Sir Alan has a good old stretch after being fairly motionless and feels rejuvenated as of about 10 o'clock, I would say it is now. I'd also say this is roughly when Graal kind of like perks up out of the water as well. About an hour and a half. So both of you are feeling like rested now.
Grol's gonna generally head towards where Sir Alan was again to tell him about the meeting.
I now that I'm rested, I'm going to be all like, and sort of limber myself up, and then walk towards town.
Okay, sure. I would say based on your distance then, as Graal heads north towards Palam's Heart and Sir Alan heads west, also towards Palam's Heart, you are roughly like far enough distance away where you stumble upon each other in Palam's Heart.
Oh, Alan, I was just coming to find you.
Hello.
Morning. I wanted to tell you because I forgot to last night. We have a meeting at the Warden's Conclave at about noon.
Is it about noon?
I don't know.
Well, if you look up at the sky, you can tell it's not noon. It's maybe an hour or two before.
It's
Well,
noon.
Judging by the sun, looks like it's either just afternoon or just before noon. We can hope it's the earlier one.
I set off earlier. I was only in the water for a little while, so I think it's still before noon.
I was kind of out of it. I'm not entirely sure what day it is. How
Well,
long
you-
was I out in the woods?
Well, an entire night and most of the day.
Only the one day then.
Yeah,
That's not too bad.
you told me to go away, so
I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's alright, we're okay now. I'm gonna head back to the tavern again, make sure everything's good.
I had a very strange dream that you were burying something very small in the woods.
Oh, that'll have been Cedric,
Not a dream?
not a dream. Cedric
Oh.
passed away during the evening.
Oh. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess frogs don't have very long lifespans. Well, anyway, I gave
Diego.
R.I.P. Diego. I gave him a good send off. I'm gonna head back to the tavern. Feel free to come along if you'd like.
Yes, I'll come along.
Your gait is very wonderful today, by the way.
No, thank you. Thank you for noticing. Notices your gait.
All right, people who know horses, mostly Kian. What is a gait? I don't remember.
A gait is like a fashion of walking. So like, usually things on 4 feet will like either have a gait where each leg on each side is like moving together, or they're moving opposite.
Ah.
Somehow I have found a way to bipedally gait, and it looks great.
I
It
think
looks
bipedal
gait.
creatures can have a gait as well. It's just it matters on like which way your arm is swinging.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Mine don't. I walk like a
think that's
caveman
what a gait
IRL.
is.
So as the two of you head on over to the bubbly tankard, or as you arrive, you can see the others are kind of just like waiting around. Like the tables are all like cleared and everything at this point. And yeah, you are now, outside the bubbly tankard.
Oswald
everybody.
has noticed Graal and will like run and jump at him.
Oh, I grab him. I hold him in midair.
Oswald attempts to lick your face.
Oh, hello. Don't eat my tendrils. They're high in protein, but probably won't be good for you. I've learned a thing. Okay, thank you, kid. Hello, little man. I give him rubs. I box his nose. You know what I mean? Like, oh. I found Sir Alan.
Yeah, Sir Alan will be
no,
like
good.
just outside.
I told him about the meeting and everything.
Oh,
I'm
Well,
just gonna
we
stick my. Hang on, is the door of the tavern open?
I'm outside, aren't I?
I would say Grell's like in the doorway, with like the door still open. So
Okay, the door's still open. I'm going to shove my arm past him, just hook it inside the tavern at the crook of the elbow at the top of the door frame, just be like, hi! Wave at everyone inside.
hi, Alan.
you can see Aldari like kind of take a step back because she thinks you're like trying to climb in.
Boss monster music.
Why do I hear boss? Why do I hear boss music?
Bad move.
Arm of tree comes through doorway. Plin, plin, plon.
Why does that arm have a health bar?
Is that Skeletron?
Banana.
So yeah, what are your plans? You have
Well,
like 2 hours to kill, I would say, if you're
well,
meeting
we
up at noon.
We didn't really set a timer, just set it so that we don't like waste the whole time waiting around for something to happen.
Yeah,
So we could probably just go over now.
Sounds good to me.
yeah, you can do.
Where's Silva?
At the table.
Hi, Silva.
Hi, Graal.
You're right.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, let's go.
Nice. Okay, so are the lot of you all heading off to the One's Enclave?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
I would prefer to not have the two girls listen to what I have to say, if you don't mind. This is
I mean, I'm not leaving them
matter.
alone.
Yeah, who we're gonna leave him with?
I mean, they can just like wait outside of the room, right?
suppose so.
Instead of the Warden's Enclave, they
As
should
long
be
as
safe.
they're in the Warden's Enclave, I'm fine.
Yeah, the wardens will look after them. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Alright then, let's get it going.
Siltha kind of like pipes up and says, we can wait further away if you need to talk in private.
Oh, you're going into the Warden's Enclave if we're gonna leave you alone.
And they both like stand up and start to head out.
You cool hanging
Proven
out
that
with
they're not
Silva?
above kidnapping, so I would prefer that we're safe.
What'd you say, Greenie?
You cool hanging out with Silva?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Alright, off we go. The day is young.
Yes.
And you hear Ordari shout out, "Thank you for staying again."
My pleasure, Odari. Sorry I couldn't stay the night myself.
Have a good day.
She kind of like she waves as you all head out.
Oh, and Odari, I'll be back. Don't think I've forgotten.
Okay, Graal.
See you in a bit.
Mate, you ever killed a frog?
Ever squished
Hey.
a
Yeah,
frog
you ever
with
squished
your
a frog?
girth?
Okay, so you all head on over as a collective. You head on over to the Warden's Enclave, coming from the south. And you are met by 2 Wardens at the southern arch of the Enclave. And one of them speaks up and says, yes, can we help you?
Yes, we we're supposed to have a meeting with the High Warden today.
Ah, yes.
If he's available now.
Yes, we were told in this morning's briefing. I will go fetch the Warden, or the High Warden for you.
Okay.
Please wait here. And the one who spoke heads on in, and he nods to his the opposite Warden, and then heads on inside. And a couple of minutes pass, and you can hear trudging of footsteps, 2 different footsteps, as Hikari is escorted by the Warden who you spoke to. And Hikari walks out, and he nods to all of you and says, right, let us hope to make some better progress today, shall we?
Okay. Yeah.
High Warden, is it okay if the 2 girls stay outside of the meetings?
And he looks over and then looks down at the girls and says, yes. And he looks over to the Warden that you spoke to and says, Galsan, would you mind looking after the girls while we talk about this matter? And he nods and says, yes, I Warden. And he extends out his hand to the 2 girls and says, ladies, this way.
Make sure to treat them to snacks.
And he just ignores you as he ushers the girls in. And
Wow, the service in this place.
Yeah, he nods to the other Warden and says, thank you, that'll be all for now. And the other Warden nods and heads inside to the mess hall, and Hikari says, okay then, travelers. And he ushers you further into the courtyard. So when you're all within the walls, he looks around at the lot of you and says, so have we put aside our differences and able to get to the point now?
Yes, High Warden.
Yes.
What exactly is going on?
Well, when we started this journey, I was tasked to check on the secret vault that lays below Errol Monastery. I don't know if any of you know anything about this, but it was supposedly very secure with an unbreakable spell, and the man who tasked me to check said there can't be any attention drawn to it because what is in the vault is very important.
And Hikari is just nodding at you, paying attention to what you're saying.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, well, this is important for everyone that will be found out what happened. There was a magic alarm on this, and it was mentally connected to Malachi, who gave me the task of finding out what is going on. But the alarm has been disconnected, and nobody noticed until now. So nobody really knows what's going on there, but we do know that it's very, very dangerous to go there. It would be probably suicide if I were to go alone, which is why I really need all of you to help me with this.
Okay. What's in the vault?
He didn't say. He left me this note, though. I can't really make much sense of it.
Well, I wouldn't be
It's
much help on that front.
it's on a table, by the way.
Yeah, there's an actual physical note you guys can check
I'd
on
like
the
to
table.
read that.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. It's open on the table now.
You can read it out loud if you want.
Oh, it's oh
You might have to
I
flip
love
it, though.
these.
yeah.
How do you rotate stuff again? Oh, yeah.
Q&E.
Oh, it's just straight up, like, badly rotated anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try and zoom in so the stream can see.
I can read it out loud for people who are listening.
Yeah, sure. I've got it on screen now.
So the first one is the one that's like a lot of text, right? Or
Yeah, the
like
first one is a lot
Yeah.
of text.
Okay. Lady Nansala Yasnala Osuro. I beg to the divines, this message finds you quickly. Our people are in need of your assistance.
It says, I fear.
Okay. I fear only you can provide. I humbly ask that you meet me in the village of Elenil on the upcoming last day of Solace. The matter is regarding Iril Monastery, the very place you spent your youth growing up. You are the only survivor we have knowledge of to this day. We can speak more in person. I will be staying in the local tavern, Malachi. And then the next note says, May the stars guide you, Eshin calls. And it is also signed Malachi.
That was the note. That was the note Malachi left next to the.
I
What's it called?
recognize their name.
Malachi. You don't recognize the name now.
Okay. As he reads the second note, he looks at the ground and falls silent. He just kind of lets out a sigh.
And Hikari says, "Is something the matter?"
Closer than I've ever been, but it doesn't feel any better. It's fine.
And he looks back over at Inzal and says, "So what exactly were you tasked to do by this Malachi?"
To find out if the vault is still sealed, and if it's not, we have to find whatever was in it.
It's not.
It's
And he
How do you know?
looks over at Gil and says, and you know this how?"
Some time ago, I was tasked with the guardianship of that vault. And its contents.
I see.
what?
This was before, and the reason for my exile.
Oh.
I took it upon myself to leave my home and be here permanently to try and fix the mistake I made all those years ago.
Is what's in the
Oh.
vault dangerous?
Yes.
Okay.
In the wrong hands, absolutely.
And Hikari says, and what exactly is in said vault? As you know so much about it.
Gil looks around to see if anybody's like listening in.
And he notices you looking around and he says, there are no hostile ears in the Enclave.
The Star of Eshin.
Oh.
And Hikari, like, you see his ears, like, tweak as you say that, and he says, the Star of Eshin?
Yeah.
That's real?
Yes.
Forgive me. Not coming from your settlements. I've never heard of this.
Well,
What is the Star of Eshin?
and Hikari, like, looks over and says, well, the Star of Eshin, as far as modern day is concerned, but a story, I guess, until now. It's known as one of the most powerful artifacts in existence, supposedly shaped by the divine Eshin himself.
Well, anything shaped by...
What does it do?
Supposedly, it is a construct of pure, ever-flowing energy. Something that can generate its own power.
You don't think it could be used to make bombs, right?
Oh, and he kind of like he shakes his head, almost like with a smirk, and looks at you and says, well, if the stories are to be believed, such a thing would be far too powerful for a simple bomb.
Well, that's helpful to know. Hopefully it hasn't fallen into his hands.
Rao, you
Yeah.
know the Scarlet Isles, right?
Of course.
Did you know that was once a complete continent, a landmass?
Yes. We heard stories from our ancestors. The sound was cacophonic. It was...
Well, according to the story, the South Ashen made that land be split into isles.
That's what caused the shattering?
According to the legends, yes.
And
That must-
Hikari like speaks up and says, yes, supposedly, in a fit of rage, Eshin himself cast down upon this star, upon Tyrasia, and sundered what was once known as Sarathil, now reduced to the Scarlet Isles, a place of perpetual bloodshed.
Yes. Well, Gil, do you have any more information as to what we're walking into? Because this is a matter of grave importance.
Well, the last I saw of it was at the Earl Monastery. I've never seen it used. I was tasked with guarding it, not anything else. I know of its importance, but I've never seen anyone wield it.
Are there any
Nor
traps?
do I wish to.
Are there any traps in the vault?
Hey DM, are there any traps in the vault that I know of?
No. No, the
No.
vault is like medieval bank vault. Kind of like think like pristine Greek temple vibe. Behind like a gargantuan metal door that was sealed with a magical seal.
And if the magical seal was supposedly unbreakable, why would there need to be traps? I get that.
Yeah. Hikari speaks up and says, and he speaks to Gil and says, "So you're the fabled guardian." That makes sense as to how would he word it? He says, that makes more sense now. Supposedly only the Guardian was able to enter the vault. It makes sense that it was a Fae.
Yep. That's how it was done. I would travel back and forth, periodically checking in. But one day it wasn't there. One day it was just gone. Yep. No star.
That is very concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Was the door still intact?
I can answer that for him. No.
Yeah.
This like gargantuan metal door. I would estimate. This is off the top of my head because I'm not really good with numbers. I'd say it's probably like a 15 by 15 foot door. Like, massive. Because this is deep down, like, underground, by the way. In the crypts of Iril. And, I'm only saying this because Gil would know this.
Mm-hmm.
This massive, metal door was completely, like, caved in and torn aside.
That's worrying. What could even cause? I don't think we're dealing with a blackened eye if this is what this is. But we need to make haste.
And Hikari speaks up and says, "Oh, believe me, if these petty thugs had a grip of what the Star of Eshin is fabled to be, there wouldn't be much left of Elador."
You make a good point. It seems like any power they have, they want to show off straight away, so we'd know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for telling us, Nisala. And Gil, I can see this was difficult.
Well, yeah, this is. So it's still. Do you think we should go to the temple then, to the monastery?
Almost certainly. There might be maybe some clue of what this was. Gil, are you comfortable returning?
I mean, before I met Sir Alan, I had returned a couple times. Never really able to find anything, but I was always alone. So,
Okay.
it's worth a shot.
Well, if not, at least we have something to tell to, what was his name? Malachi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nisala, did Malachi give you any further correspondence as to where to go afterwards?
No.
Well...
Actually, I think he
hopefully-
did. In the conversation, I actually think he did. He said, he told you he would be in Golfasal. Because that's where he's from.
That.
It was like session 1. I
Yeah.
don't blame you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying Ninsala would remember that. But yeah.
To the bulbs.
Well, this is a
Um,
matter of great importance. We should make haste.
Yeah, and I hope you can see now why I was so word obsessed with
Apprehensive.
going back, like hurried.
Yeah, that works. Yes, I understand. Sorry for blowing up about this. It's
With respect, it's been many years since the star was lost to the
Well-
temple.
I don't know. I just knew about it like 2 weeks ago, like right before we met, or as we met on the same day.
Aye. The blink of an eye.
I can't even imagine. Well, thank you again to you all. This has been... I've learned a lot of things about you.
and Hikari says, well then, this complicates matters. First we have the Blackened Eye
Yeah.
to deal with. And now there's... well, the legends are true. And it's gone. I will see what I can do on my end, but I cannot promise anything. I
don't
suggest...
think that would be such a good idea, to be frank, because we cannot have any attention drawn to it. If like the Blackened Eye would find out about this, it would
Yes,
be
I
very
think
bad.
it bears no mention that this should be kept discreet.
Yes.
And he nods and says, I understand your concerns. But do not worry, I have trustworthy sources.
I trust in your discretion, High Warden. Well, if such legends are true, maybe Tarkus was created by Leviathans. This world is quite a place.
Yeah.
Calling me.
And he says, very well then, travellers. I see it, your next destination is Iril.
Yes.
I believe so.
And he nods and says, very well. Well, best of luck on your journey. And I do have faith in you.
Thank
you,
you.
High Warden.
And he doesn't say anything else to you. He just turns and shouts out for the girls to head on over to him, who are like just they're way too far away to like hear. And he like shouts them over and like waves them down, and they head on over to him, and he like ushers them to wander over to you lot, and he gives you a wave, and then like salutes and nods his head, and then he turns his back and wanders over to the mess hall.
Yeah. Should we head out as well then?
I would imagine so. Seems like my date with Odari is probably not happening for a little while.
You want to check in with her before we leave?
Yeah. No details, but
Yeah, just...
yeah. But she knows.
Maybe everyone stock up on rations and whatever you need.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm running low on rations. Shall we meet?
But I would assume the gate.
Okay.
I mean, are
where we
you
first
all
came in.
wandering? Are you not all wandering over to the same place? Or are you going like individual ways to pick up stuff?
Well, I'm ready. I'm good to go.
I think I'm good as well.
Girl's just gonna like go to the tavern and pick up some rations there as well, I think.
So are you following Graal, or are you where are you?
You can meet at the gate.
I shan't be long. I'll be probably a few minutes tops, depending on if she's got rations ready.
Okay.
Meet at the gate. Get Horace ready.
Yeah.
Wait, which gate? The
Well, it would
The stuff.
be the one where we first came into town, like ever.
West,
Northern
right?
Gate.
was?
You
Northern?
came from the north. You came from the north,
Oh,
remember?
Yeah.
Okay, then that'll be the northern gate.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because
the north-
Earl was at the other direction of that fork.
Yeah. Shall see you all soon.
Wait, I'll actually pick some extra rations up as well.
Oh, okay. Me and Ninsal will meet you at the gate soon. We
Rather
shan't be.
safe than sorry.
Okay, so bear with me here. As like Graal and Ninsala like turn to head off, like as you say, like we'll see you, you know, soon or whatever. Almost in an instant, you hear like a deafening thundercrack, and this is like it's like slightly overcast, but that's it. There's no rain or anything. There's a deafening thundercrack that all of you hear. And suddenly,
What?
the entire sky turns like inky purple black.
Oh no.
It's like a big
That's not good.
flash of light erupts across the sky, and suddenly the whole world is blanketed in this like thick inky purple darkness. The world itself seems like the same, other than everything is like devoid of color. Everything is like just completely desaturated of color, including yourselves. Everything is just reduced to like this like dark silhouette like gray. And as you attempt to speak out, you don't hear like anything coming from your mouths. And as soon as this like this darkness envelops the world, you notice Gil immediately like drops to the floor, gasping for air, like struggling to breathe, as if like he's choking. And as you see him like basically like coughing like on the floor, like gasping for air, you see his eyes do the same as before back in Tyrasia, where his eyes start to like tear like this thick black blood. And as you like look around, you see Selitha has dropped to her knees, and she is looking directly up at the sky with like her mouth agape, and her eyes are like fluorescent white, and she is not moving. She is just like staring up at the sky with these bright white eyes. And as Siltha walks over to look at Salotha and tries to touch her, she can't touch her. She's stopped, kind of like a force field. She's stopped, like inches away from touching Salotha, and she's like, Siltha is panicking, looking around, shouting out to the others who aren't affected, and she's like pointing down at Gil, who's like sputtering on the floor, like gasping for air. There is no sound at all coming from anyone. The only thing that you can hear is like this ambience, this like droning, it's almost like droning silence. And as you see like Siltha like panicking, like shouting at you all, and you're, you know, just like, you have no idea like what's happening or what to do. You can't hear anything coming from Siltha. She's like shouting out to you, trying to get your attention, and like nothing's coming out of her mouth.
Growl's gonna try and run up and give her a hug.
You run over to her, and you as you embrace her, you feel her go completely limp. And as you like let go, you see that you hurt her when you did so.
Growl just like stares at his own hands and like utterly aghast.
And as all of this is happening, like Gil like still like gasping for air on the floor, kind of like completely grounded to the floor, like he's being pinned, like there's like extra gravity. His face is now like kind of like caked with this blood. It's kind of like smeared from him like grinding his face along like the floor as it's like smearing past. And Salotha is still just like mouth agape with her eyes non-blinking up at the sky with this bright white like subtle glow coming from her eyes. And in the next like few seconds, you just hear this rumbling from above say,
That was Athana, right?
yeah. And as soon as that tapers out, and this is why I say bear with me, everything turns back to normal in like an instant. Siltha is kind of like sat down like on her ass, kind of like breathing like heavily. Gil finally has like a large like gasp of air as he can finally properly breathe, and Salotha just like looks down and then like collapses on her side. And within like 10 seconds of just like silence, you hear multiple massive explosions detonate from different directions all around Palin. Massive like fireball bursts around Palin, and you hear this instead.
What? What just happened?
And suddenly, after these explosions happen, you hear audibly these like black puffs of smoke in numbers happening all over Palom, and you can hear, like you can hear right now, just a battle taking place all over Palom. You're completely surrounded by what is happening. And you hear above everything else a voice shouting out, "Girl! Bring us the girl!"
Oh.
I would like to check on Gil. Can I get up? We have to leave.
Gil is like trying to like push himself up off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He's now able to breathe again properly, but obviously being, suffocated for that long takes it out of you. So he's feeling a bit limp.
I'm picking him up and putting him in the bed.
Good. Thanks, Alan.
Grab.
Into the bed he goes. Selith's on the floor, right?
Ow.
Yeah, Selithor is like out on the floor. She's
Yeah,
like
throwing
fallen
her
to
over
the
the
side.
shoulder.
And you see Hikari like bust open the door of the mess hall and runs over to the lot of you and says, "Palom is under attack. You need to come with me right now."
By whom?
And he says, "Well, I've only just got out of the mess hall."
Well, let's go find out.
Ready your weapons.
He says to you all, "This is a matter that the wardens of Palom can handle. You need to leave along with the girls. They're clearly after her.
Is there a safe way out of town?
Yes. Follow me. We will take a route through the roots." And he leads you towards one of the buildings. It is not large enough for Sir Alan to get in, though.
What if I crouch?
You will not fit, he says.
Fair enough.
He
Take
says,
the gold. I'll find another way around.
he says, "I'm sorry, sir, but you will not fit through the roots."
That's okay. Get the girls to safety. I'll go and protect the townsfolk.
Head to the south. There will be a cave. Hold on. Where would this be? He says, travel roughly 300 feet from the southern arch. There you will see a small cave. That is where the roots. You wouldn't say back door. You'd say like there is a small exit from the roots. Meet us there.
Divines protect you.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
And you, friend.
Now, the divines be with you.
Yeah. I can carry Gil. Raul, if you can take Selitha.
Okay. I'll hold Sel with like a baby under both arms.
Okay.
In both arms, rather.
Quickly. And he like opens the door and says, "Please, down here." And it's similar to the thing that Gil saw when he was on his like espionage mission. It's kind of like a small room with like a spiral staircase going down. And when you get to the bottom, you see these like gnarled roots, like tree roots, covering this like passageway, and as Hikari gets near the door, they like kind of like creak and like move aside, and as you like all pass through, they all like gnarl back in on themselves, and he says, "Please follow me." And he like leads the party down a very long dark tunnel, past a lot of like the main cells. It goes on and on and on for a considerable distance. You feel like you're rushing for ages as the battle above is like becoming more muffled and distant. And you reach you can see like a dim light at the very end of this tunnel, and as you get close to or as you reach the light at the end of the tunnel, as it were, and you get like that breath of fresh air again, that's the end of the chapter.
I fucking knew it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Can I just be the first person to just little round of applause?
Yeah.
Yes!
That's the first time
I did not see that coming.
Like, I love this
I
campaign.
pogged. I
was
pogged.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, I was there. That happened to me. Like, wow.
Yes.
Also, you tease. I was just like, cracks knuckles. Oh, I'm spoiling for a fight. Just like, and that's the end of the chapter. But
Well, to start with, we'll have to.
Wow.
Obviously, Sir Alan would have been delayed. That's why the main party would have got there first to begin with. I guess we'll have to wait until next time to find out if Sir Alan makes it out.
Damn.
That entire void scene with the ambience and the descriptions chills down my fucking spine. God damn.
Yes. Very good.
Wow.
So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I've been looking forward to this part of the story for a long time.
That was
Yeah.
hardcore.
200% amazing.
Shit's starting to get real.
Yeah.
Another thing before we finish up, can I just call out how fun it was for Akuni to be like telling us about the story, like through Ninsala, and then Gil just fucking slam dunks and takes Akuni by surprise. I can tell that
Holy
that
shit.
information was not shared.
Yeah,
I can tell.
yeah.
I had no
I
idea.
said there's a lot of redacted backstory that you guys don't know about each other, and I've been looking forward to this chapter.
Oh my
Ninsala
god.
is cutting down like this, I have all this important information, and Gil's just like, oh yeah, I know.
I know. I know him because
You need
he's
to go see
me.
if it's still intact. It's not.
it's not.
Wait, what?
Just like, oh my god, I have all this important information. Bish, I used to work there.
That was my favorite chapter.
Also,
Oh my god.
now I can finally reveal Tales of Tyrasia, the Star of Eshin, is the full name of the campaign.
Gil just
Yeah,
looked at
but-
Ninsala like, do not cite the old law to me, which I was there when I was.
So yeah, we finally, well, I knew, but everyone now knows what the full campaign title is. I couldn't tell you that because obviously that would have been a big fucking spoiler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
God, do I have secrets like that? I don't fucking know.
Well,
Who knows?
guess we'll have to find out.
Everything's
I did
possible.
say this was a long
Do
story,
I?
and it took 28 main chapters to find out what the name of the campaign was. So
Oh yeah.
That's just the introduction.
anyway, now that you've done the
Do I
tutorial,
have a heroic- Do
Now
I
that the
have a
title
heroic
card has
death
happened.
coming up. This was actually just the cold open.
Tutorial over.
yep. So, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching live on Twitch if you have done, or watching the VOD on YouTube if you're
Hi,
watching
YouTube.
I assume we're going to be back next week.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
situation.
Heck yeah.
Mine seems to be sorted out right now, so it should be fine on mine.
Cool.
So
Okay.
the 27th.
I'm sorry, what?
27th. Yeah, it's your birthday.
Yeah, next week will be your
Yeah,
birthday.
my
We'll be doing a birthday
Birthday.
session.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Birthday.
Yeah,
For your
fuck
birthday,
it.
I give you
I'm
Sir Alan is dying.
Huh?
We're still on. I'll stream earlier in the day, and then yeah, no, we're still on for the next. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. Alright. Well, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for playing Party.
Thank you. For
And
the
we will see
Thank you.
you next time for chapter 29. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.